Hey everyone. Recently I've been getting a lot of questions about tariffs. Things are costing more than people are used to. Is inflation sticky? Are these costs going to be the new normal? Am I going to outlive my retirement with these increased costs? Well, all of that is very valid and I completely understand. So what I'd like to do is walk you through a story where we saw similar market conditions, okay? We go back to January 1980 and had $1 million, okay? We're going to invest this money in a mutual fund portfolio, January 2nd, 1980, and look at the period until December 1982. So during this 3 year period, this mutual fund portfolio averaged 20.5%. That $1 million grew to just shy of 1.5. And every year, we saw an increase in the dividend income we were receiving of about 60%. So you might be asking me, okay, Grant, what's the catch here? This seems like a great portfolio. And I'll agree with you, this portfolio performed very well. But what some of you may not know or may not remember is that inflation in 1980 was 13.5%. In 1981, it was 10.3. And in 1982, it was 6.1. Okay, so we had very high inflation in the early 80s, much higher than we've experienced. Not one, but two recessions occurred during this 3 year period. In fact, 22 of the 36 months were spent in a recession. And the worst day actually came in July 1982, where the market dropped 27% in one day. The media outlets were saying, hey, this is it. Pull all your money out, end game. Market's never going to get back up over 800. So you have high inflationary environments. You have the media saying, hey, we're in a 22-month-long recession here. Things aren't going to get any better. So a lot of doom and gloom out there. And in fact, since World War II, there actually have been 15 recessions. They've averaged about 11 months long, but the longest came in 2008 and 2009, and it lasted approximately 18 months. What some of you may not also remember is that in July 1982, you could actually get a bank CD that was paying 15%, right? So you've got inflation environment going on. You've got the media saying, hey, this is it. Pull your money out. You can get 15% guaranteed at a CD. Why wouldn't you do it? And I understand that 15% is a very attractive number. But had you actually pulled out of this portfolio in July 1982 and purchased a CD, you actually would have missed out on $250,000 worth of growth between July 1982 and December 1982. So with all of this negativity going on, this portfolio actually returned 20.5%, rising income every year, a 60% increase in income nonetheless over that 3 year period. With inflation being out of control, costs are extremely high. The media is shouting nothing but fear. And 22 of those months were spent in a recession. The moral of the story here is to make sure in your portfolio that you do have rising income, because rising income will always be rising prices. If you have questions about your portfolio, is it allocated properly to me? Is it providing enough income? Am I going to be able to sustain retirement? I'd love to answer those questions for you. You can give us a call here at the office at 949-226-6222 or shoot me over an email at gmoulton@pfria.com. I'd love to help you out.